You are watching. Pause. We pause for a second or two. How do we keep life coherent when so much is changing? This is episode 252. Many strong currents. We are in the middle of summer. Temperatures are high. It's warm. Here in Sweden, summers are very moist, very humid. So everyday living is quite heavy, actually. And today's episode is called Many Strong Currents. And what we're talking about today is that in many areas, all at once, we are seeing strong movements. We are seeing great momentum forging on ahead. There's a lot of motion right now. A lot of weight moving. A lot of weight on the move. And we're talking about today we're making some categorizations of what the different currents are right now. And that each and every one of us has to deal with all of them simultaneously. We cannot just choose one of them and just be rid of the rest of them. They are all present for us, all of them. The emotional situation that we're talking about today is our acute situation. It is for those times when something suddenly happens, something catches us off guard. We are going along our day, and then suddenly something or someone approaches us, changing the situation in but a split second, like that. That is our acute situation. And the emotional skill we're talking about today is specific skill, weight, and balance. And it is specific for our acute situation. Weight and balance is about us getting in touch with our actual weight and balance. Our actual physical weight and balance. So right now you can see that I'm getting in touch with my actual weight, down into the chair, down into the floor, down into the table, down into my own body. And with my actual weight, I get in touch with my actual size and my actual role. Many times when we enter a situation, we have pretensions about us being bigger or smaller than we actually are. And when we nurture such pretensions, we get an image of the situation which is off. We get a distorted sense of self in the situation. So specific skill, weight, and balance is when we get in touch with our actual size. And with it, we get in touch with our actual role in a given situation. And this is very useful to be good at when it comes to acute, sudden situations. Okay. So today we're talking about many strong currents, many strong movements, collective movements happening right now. And as individuals, just being one person, being approached by the collective, being approached by a movement makes us feel small, because we are small in the face of a movement. And being approached by a movement or a current has the potential to make us feel that we are in an acute situation, that it suddenly shifts. It is common that we, when approached by the collective, by a movement, feel the pressure to flip, feel the pressure to acutely change something about ourselves, something about how we feel or think. So today we're talking about some of the different kinds of currents that we are facing right now. Summer 2025. This humid summer. Okay, so I think it is logical to start with the technological current going on right now. The strong technological current pushing ahead. Everyone is talking about AI right now, artificial intelligence. And there are many discussions about area after area adjusting to AI. Basically, every social area is being discussed how it is to be changed in order to work, function in this new AI movement, AI current. So we pause for a second or two and make use of specific skill, weight and balance. Here we are. We are sitting here, and this is our actual size. And the point of weight and balance is not to be infinitely heavy or perfectly balanced. The point of it is to make a solid judgment as to what our real influence really is in a given situation. So, say that we are in a work situation and a specific part of the work process is being changed for AI. Okay. We can pause for a second or two and feel our actual weight and get in touch with our balance. Are we too much ahead, or are we leaning too much backwards, or are we centered? Now we're going to look at this AI change, and here we are with our weight and balance. How does this new AI current feel now that we are in touch with our actual size? And we're not leaning forward, we're not leaning backwards, we're just centered. Moving on to another current. So technology is one. Another current is that our financial system is going through a lot of change right now. A lot of our financial system is now being changed for cryptocurrencies, programming, processing power, and the like, new digital infrastructure. There's a lot of words being tossed around: blockchain, Web3, I've heard. There's a lot of technical terms, programming terms. And this is also a very strong current, challenging our weight and balance. How do we feel about money? How do we feel about the prospect of money once it is being changed according to cryptocurrencies and blockchain and new digital infrastructure? It is easy to be swayed. And again, we are getting in touch with our actual size. We're not trying to be more heavy than we really are. So the point is not to be not swayed at all. That's not possible. The point is to pause and just take a moment before we jump on any wagon. Might be that we decide that jumping on the wagon is the right thing to do. Could be. But why not pause first? Why not pause for but a second or two and get in touch with our actual size first. To have ourselves with us as we're taking this step or this leap, maybe. Another strong current right now, or religious ones. There's a lot of religious currents sweeping ahead. And religion is powerful. It goes very deep. Has to do with identity. Has to do with in-group, out-group. Has to do with life and death. The afterlife. Has to do with control. Are we in control? Is someone else in control? How much? Very strong stuff. So we pause and just feel our actual size here. This is how heavy I am. And this is my balance. How does this religion feel in dynamics with my actual weight and balance? Okay, and then we get a taste of it. Another current is political, ideological currents. There's a lot of political movements carrying very strong messages right now. Carrying very strong messages of how society should be. It should be like this, it should be like that. And it's very easy for us to be swayed because we feel small, we feel light, we feel like we're leaning forwards because we want change for the better. And again, we can, if we want to, pause for a second or two and just, how does the message of this movement feel in accordance to my real size? Does it appeal or not? Do I want to join or not? If I join, can I go back? If I join, will I feel heavy or light? Will I feel balanced or leaning either forwards or backwards? Weight and balance. And I think lastly, one kind of current going on right now are currents related to ethnicity. Questions about who is supposed to be where. What kind of group is going here? What kind of group is going there? Are all groups going everywhere? If yes, if no, then how do we do it? And these currents are, it seems, difficult to pause with. It's easy to panic over currents of ethnicity. So we pause for a second or two and get in touch with our real size, our real balance. What does it mean to have ethnicity? What does it mean for our real size, our real balance, that there are multiple ethnicities existing? What does it mean? And all of these currents we've talked about, I believe they are technology, financial, religious, ideological, political, and ethnicity. All of these currents are going on all at once. It's not like one is going on and then resting for another to take over. They're all going on all at the same time. And this is difficult to pause with. It's taken me 20 minutes just to mention them here. And again, the point of specific skill, weight and balance is not to become very heavy or perfectly balanced. It's about getting in touch with our real size, our real balance, and just take a moment for ourselves before we join or say no to a current. And yes, our real size is limited. Could be that we cannot say no when we want to at times. Could be that we can say no at sometimes. I think it will be a bit of both going forward now. It's very powerful when the collective approaches us. It's very powerful. It creates an acute situation for us. A sense of, I have to make my mind up right now, and my message, my opinion has to be very clear. These are powerful stuff. That's it for today. Thank you.